Hi everyone, welcome to Midsummer, and I wanted today to do something that would enliven your days with a little art practice. And for those of you who have been along for the Drawing Outside the Line series, which is on YouTube and on my Patreon at AWEStudio, today I'm going to do something similar to that, but all you're going to need is a pen. So what we're going to be doing today is called line shade drawing. And all it is a series of strikes that are similar to hatching in that they get tighter and tighter to create darker shades, but they never cross over like hatching. They just go one direction, and it does bring you into a sense of peace when you do this. If you're feeling anxious or you need to quiet your thoughts, this is a great exercise to achieve that. We're just going to start, if you're right-handed, in the upper right corner and stroke diagonally across the page. If you're left-handed, then just start that direction. And then from there, we're going to go in between. And we're going to continue in between. Now when you get this far, then I want you to decide where you might envision a mountain starting and begin to make strikes. And allow yourself to come up and sometimes to dip down. And then just come back. And at a certain point, you're going to allow one or another of these to stream downwards. And I see a diagonal starting here, so I'm going to follow that one. And you can see I'm leaving a white space in between there, or a lighter space, let's say, because it does have some movements in it already, but we can fill a little bit with more diagonal lines. And then I'm going to begin to increase ever so slightly whatever it is I want to accentuate. Diagonal lines don't have to be strictly exactly parallel, but it does help. Well, let's say we want to put something in the foreground. we could grow a sort of tree here. And inside the tree, we can put darknesses. We can also add branches. And depending on how broad our stroke is, this is a great activity to do when you want someone to feel calm and present. I like to do it at times when I might feel anxious, such as on a plane ride. If I don't have anything else to do, it's easy to get out a pen and do a little strokes of line shade drawing. And the more times you go over it, of course, the deeper the image is going to be. And we probably feel like we would like to have some direction this way. Now, some of you may, at a certain point, feel like you like to scribble. Like, why even pick up your pen? And that's a possibility too, if you can get it tight. But if you want to get larger strokes, I suggest you pick up your pen and you just basically make up whatever you want to do here. You can look at your composition that you create, and you could say, okay, I have a tree growing up here and this sort of nice hillside back here. So now I've completed a good deal of the composition. There is room down here for something. Someone might like to put an animal in here or some sort of creature, but to keep it simple, I'm just going to make it vegetative. And that means I'm just going to add more strikes in a rather abstract way that might lead to the idea of something growing along here. Now, to be honest with you, I do find this very calming, and yet at length I like to break free of it and kind of do my own thing. And then I might use a brush with water like you see on that one over there, just to create more blending or something like that. But in this case, I wouldn't be able to blend it with water. I don't think that would do anything with the pen, although we could try that. Okay, I just discovered something. You could come back with a brush and blend. So let's see. Just take any little brush, watercolor brush is great, and water, and go into an area of your drawing where you have the most ink down. You've done the strokes the tightest, and that's going to allow you to activate the brush strokes really easily. Now, you could do this with a thinner, certainly a turpentine or a citrus solvent would work, but it may not take too well to a cheap computer paper. So I suggest you start with just water. And you can come through and just paint over your brush strokes. And then if you want to get some big ones, I'll just take a big brush here and you can see that the strokes are still slightly showing through the paper, so it's going to look kind of like a painting in the end. So that's just a little art renewal that you can do on your own at your desk or in the car if someone else is driving or if you're traveling, wherever you want to pick up a pen and paper. I hope you enjoy it.